Hello trainers, Neto here, and today we're gonna dive together once again into Open Great League with a team that is gonna be submitted by Mr. Tamagotcha. He's another content creator here on YouTube as well, so you want to check him out. Link will be right down in the description for you to check out his work and his channel in total. So we're having a team with Obstagoon up on the lead, followed up by Skarmory and Azumarill, all with all those standard movesets. We are also seeing that this line might be a little bit weak to a poison type up in front, because Azumarill will be the safe switch of this line, and Azumarill still struggles against poison types, and of course that counter and cross chop on Night Slash can deal neutral damage, but against something like a Toxapex for example, this team might struggle a little bit. But if you can counter that Pokemon, that poison type of the opponent with the Skarmory, I think that against anything else we're gonna be just fine with Mr. Tamagotcha here flexing his battles. So now without any further ado, let's dive into the first battle. We are starting off with a Niantic up on the lead, worst possible lead scenario as we have just discussed about it, because a poison type up on the lead not only is gonna struggle our Obstagoon but also the Azumarill, meaning that we cannot safe switch to Azumarill for sure, so we have to stay in, sacrifice the Obstagoon and then try to farm down with the Skarmory, and then try to sweep with Azumarill I believe, but we're gonna see in a while how this is gonna fold. The opponent here goes for the big move, the Earth Power. I haven't seen an Obstagoon getting hit by an Earth Power right straight ahead up on the lead for a long time, so that was kinda first for me. So we're gonna see now the Skarmory coming in. We can resist pretty much anything, and if they have another Pokemon that is gonna struggle against the Skarmory at the back, perhaps they are not gonna go ahead and switch out, and this is gonna be a pretty cool thing for us as well, because right now we're gonna be able to take the moves, and despite the fact that we are super low here, we can go for the Brave Bird to the next Pokemon. They are also down on the shields. It is gonna be a Trevenant, one hit knockout against them. They also have a Sableye, so double ghost with Nidoqueen up on the lead, and we're gonna grab a very nice victory for the first battle. Into the next one now against another bad lead, against another poison type. This time it is gonna be the Shadow Venusaur, and we have to go here for those Night Slashes while blocking whatever they throw at us. We have to catch here on the Skarmory at some point. This is not gonna happen successfully, so at the back there is gonna be that Metal Trash Can that nobody's using. Yeah, that Pokemon, the Registeel. So we're gonna see the Zap Cannon, almost enough to finish us off with a pure Zap Cannon. What a crazy damaging move that was. We're gonna be able to throw that Brave Bird, able to do some really nice damage to the Registeel, and right now we have to go ahead and come in with the Obstagoon. Seems like a plan to block here and completely farm down. Mr. Tamagotcha will do exactly that, so at this point we're gonna have a lot of energy to spare even against the Venusaur. We know that they have some energy, so we're expecting them to go ahead and spend it immediately. Frenzy Plant, oh my goodness, and we have to go now for the Night Slash. This is gonna do lethal damage at them if they decide not to block. Down goes Venusaur. What there is at the back, it is gonna be the Frost Slash. Crazy play here by the enemy, and we have to go now for that Play Rough. This is gonna do a lot of damage but resist it to the Ghost type, and at this point I think, oh no resist, yeah, it is gonna be neutral, my bad. I thought it was gonna be something like an Alona Marowak because it's gonna be a fire type. Not gonna happen at all right here, so we're gonna see the Shadow Ball dealing a lot of damage to the Azu, and perhaps one more can put us to no HP, but at this point we can safely go ahead and use a double Play Rough, able to take both of them shields out of the way. Can we go ahead and use the Night Slash here with success, able to finish off Frost Slash trainers? Yes we can, but it is gonna be the CMP tie. They have to go here first for the Avalanche. We can barely survive here, but is this enough trainers? Will this give the victory to Mr. Tamagotcha? Yes it is. Down goes Frost Slash, and the sweet win will get to that Mr. Tamagotcha content creator, YouTuber, whatever you decide to call him. Just an amazing clutch winner. We have now this Buzzle up on the lead. Obstagoon cannot catch a break for sure, and we're gonna switch out to the safe switch Azumarill. They have a Toxapex. Are you kidding me? What is happening on this battle, on this video? So many bad with so many tough switches. We have to go ahead and take those large waves. Look at the crazy damage scenario, and they also wall us down for sure, so we have to take extreme measures against this Pokemon. Hopefully though we can go in with Skarmory and completely destroy it down, but first I think we have to sacrifice Obstagoon in the process, since it doesn't have a very good matchup, especially against that Buzzle. So we're gonna see now a move from the opponent. I think they're gonna get to another one even if they fire off this first one. We're gonna block the Sludge Wave. I would not block, to be honest, but let's see how Mr. Tamagotchi plays this out. We're gonna see now a Night Slash from Obstagoon. This is gonna do some really nice damage, to be honest, because one more can put it to no HP at this point. We're gonna get hit by a Sludge Wave once again. This time we'll have to take it. No reason at all to block for a second time. A Night Slash now is imminent to that Toxapex. Down it goes, out of existence. We have to switch out immediately to the Skarmory. Here it is, and we have to block the superpower. However, if this is gonna be a Lance, this is gonna hurt us a lot, so the shield goes down for no reason. That was a bummer. At the back they have the Ninetales. We are already debuffed, we have no shields, and this is a very good matchup for our Skarmory if we had at least one shield up. So right here we're gonna see now another Sky Attack coming from our Pokemon. They are gonna go ahead and double block our moves here, so they're gonna go now for the Weather Ball. I think this is gonna be it for our team now, but that was a very well played match from both trainers, and believe it or not, this was the best play that Mr. Tamagotchi could do against a very nice and hard counter team. Into the next one now, against a Sableye upon the lead, pretty solid one. We can still go ahead and take a whole return into our faces while surviving the move and going for that Night Slash back to back at the Sableye. So we have to take the first move, I believe. No reason at all to block here. Yes, here it is, the return. So we're gonna see now the Night Slash from our Pokemon against their Sableye. This is gonna do a nice chunk, and to be honest, we're expecting the shield. So out of the way now the Sableye, they bring the Venusaur, and at the same time we brought our Azumarill, which is not the best answer to the Venusaur, to be honest. Skarmory is a much better one, but I think that Mr. Tamagotchi here didn't try to go ahead and bring Azumarill as a Venusaur counter, just want to switch in the Azumarill, and the opponent just happened to switch in there the Venusaur. So that happened, and now we have to go in with the Skarmory, take the move for sure, and completely farm down right after. So we're gonna see now a move, most probably the Frenzy Plant, I believe, to our Skarmory. We're gonna farm down in the process, and they have at the back a Registeel, and at this amount of HP I'm pretty sure that Obstagoon can have the better scenario here, because they cannot farm down with Lock-ons. We're gonna do so much damage at them, and at this point, by blocking this move, we have some energy to spare even against that Sableye. So Zap Cannon here is gonna destroy us down with that debuff, but at this point we don't care at all. They are both super low, both the Sableye and that Registeel, that a simple move can simply finish them off. We cannot reach another move. Down we go to the Shadow Claws, dealing 1 damage only, and at this point I'm like, yeah, we got this, right? We got this, I think so. So we're gonna be able to try and farm down completely here. We have to block this Sableye. Foul play has to be blocked. Down goes Sableye. They have to return now with the Registeel, and we are already there at the Brave Bird. Not gonna fire it off, but instead we're gonna go for the double Sky Attack. A really great energy management here by Mr. Tamagotchi. The extra Air Slash, I believe, for the flex points, and now this Sky Attack will do lethal damage to the Registeel. Down it goes, and the steel, metal, whatever trash can is just gonna go to the dumpster. So into the next one now, against the Lickitung upon the lead. A pretty solid lead, because Obstagoon and Scrafty are gonna be the better options for you to go ahead and counter down that Lickitung. If you use something like a Medicine, for example, you still have to take note of the fact that you can still lose to the Lickitung because of Lick doing super effective damage, while that Obstagoon and of course the Scrafty have the upper hand due to their dark typing, and of course Obstagoon has the normal typing at its defense, which is gonna be always nice to resist even more those leaks. Ice Beam here is gonna take out the Sableye. 2 Ice Beams that were not worth. I believe that the pure Play Rough could have been a better choice overall. But Sableye going out of there, and now we have to take the Power Whip from the Lickitung. It's gonna be our next move, that Play Rough, dealing a lot of damage, to be honest, at this tanky Pokemon, and at this point everything can be taken. They have to shield still. Also they have a Ninetales at the back, which is pretty cool for our Skarmory. So now we have the perfect alignment against their Pokemon. So keeping the alignment alive here is gonna be the main element of this team to success. And I believe that Mr. Tamagotchi knows that, so that's why he's gonna block here. Yeah, of course he's gonna block because he knows his stuff, and we can definitely outspeed to a double Sky Attack. Can we do it though? This is gonna get pretty tricky. We have to go now for the Sky Attack. They need, I believe, 2 more charms. 1, 2, oh, only 1. Okay, so down we go now to that Weather Ball. After that we need only a couple of those charms to fall down, so we have to go immediately for that Cross Chop, able to take out the Charmer with the Obstagoon, and now that last Pokemon has to be taken out of the way, the Lickitung with another Cross Chop. But at this point the opponent knows that, and we're gonna take this nice victory into the next one against this Trevenant, and we're gonna be able to go ahead and force them to switch out to the Talonflame, which is a pretty cool Pokemon to encounter with our Azumarill. Right on the Simpy here, unfortunately, and we're gonna see now the Brave Bird dealing so much damage to the Purazu, the Blue Egg, and we're gonna be able to go ahead and use our Play Rough. This is gonna do a nice damage to their shields, and at this point I believe we can go ahead and shield this and absolutely go and proceed into farming down the total HP out of that Talonflame. However, the opponent here can still reach to another move. This is gonna be a Flame Charge, right? We can survive it. Yes, we can. Down goes now the Talonflame. We have a lot of energy to spend here. Whatever comes in, it will take a move for sure. It is gonna be a Medicham, and unfortunately we go for the bad move. Lucky guess here. Actually, unlucky guess for Mr. Tamagotchi, and we're gonna be able to have another counter to Medicham. This time it is gonna be the Skarmory, and since we have avoided the Medicham facing our Obstagoon, we're gonna be just fine here with the Skarmory. They have to return with the Trevenant, they're gonna observe it, and I believe that after this Night Slash, they're just gonna get out of there, they're just gonna surrender, since we have for sure the upper hand for those matchups. Yes, they are. So into the next one now against a Beware up on the lead. Obstagoon has to go here and have the better matchup overall. However, we're gonna lose those CMPs, and you're seeing that a superpower can absolutely destroy us down. We have to take note of that, and after that superpower, because that is gonna be a CMP, we can deal super effective damage that is gonna work even more with a debuff, and we are gonna be able to force them into switching out to the Frostlass. Night Slash here has to be blocked from that Frostlass, I believe, if they want to have a better chance at closing the entire match. So at this point we're gonna see a Shadow Ball on the Azumarill, and they are still not switching out. Oh my goodness, they just switched out. They're switch locked in there because Beware still exists. So yeah, right. We're gonna be able to tank one more Shadow Ball, I believe. So no reason at all to block here, and we're gonna be left with about 10%, 5%, perhaps less, and we're gonna go here for the Play Rough. Nice counting by the opponent, able to catch the Play Rough on the Beware. So much damage to that Pokemon that was not needed at all, but still a very nice catch for the enemy. We have to return now with the Obstagoon. Obstagoon can tank one Avalanche, to be honest, but it is still gonna hurt a lot, so we're gonna go ahead and try to catch on the Skarmory. What is happening, trainers? What a crazy battle that is. Avalanche here is gonna do so much damage to our Skarmory. I think here we can survive one more, considering that the first one did not hit for 50%. Oh my goodness, down we go, but we can still farm down with the Obstagoon. At the back there is gonna be a double ghost. The second ghost is gonna be the Jellicent, so we have now the Night Slash able to do some really nice damage back at them. If they have Ice Beam, perhaps they have a chance in winning this, but I think we have so much energy right now that we can threat it with a triple Night Slash before they reach to that second Ice Beam. But let's see, I'm just curious to see how this can unfold, but yeah, okay, we're gonna reach to the Night Slash before that second Ice Beam, and Obstagoon is gonna be able to wrap this thing up for Mr. Tamagotchi. Into the final one, trainers, against the Iron Stunfisk, a very good lead for the final one, trainers, and we're gonna see the switch out to the Medicham, which has to face now the Azumarill. Poor Azumarill here is gonna go ahead and destroy down this Pokemon, but we can still lose if we are not careful, because if they have Psychic and Power Punch, they can bait easily the second one and absolutely bring us to no HP, with the third move being that Psychic. But anyways, let's see in a while. They have the Shield up with that Medicham, and we're gonna be able to pressure for another move. However, this is gonna be a CMP here, and we have to block no matter what the Psychic. It is gonna be the Power Punch. Why did I just say that? I could have easily said something else. So bad luck here for Mr. Tamagotcha, and I think that we have to block once again here, since they can reach to the Psychic for sure right now. So blocking this move will guarantee the fact that we have the perfect alignment for our Pokemon. They have the Stunfisk, we're just gonna use here the Ice Beam, just gonna go for some really nice damage at this Pokemon, and if they try to farm us down, this is gonna be just awesome for our back line. So we have to go here for another Ice Beam, we're gonna lose the CMP, they were counting for sure, and this Rock Slide will deal super effective, lethal damage, at least neutral lethal damage at us. There is gonna be a Tropius, and this is gonna be a very nice win for Mr. Tamagotcha. So that's all, trainers, thank you for watching. Just be sure to hit that like button below this video before you go, subscribe to the channel if you already haven't, and check out Mr. Tamagotcha and his amazing content on his channel. So thank you for watching, and I hope to see you all into the next one. Take care, trainers.